Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn how to make this lacy puff stitch. This stitch is made with a lot of puff stitches as well as a Solomon knot, a half of a Solomon knot. For this I am using 4mm yarn hook. So let's get started. To begin this stitch, we will start with a slip stitch. And chain 1. Now you make a puff stitch, that is, pull up a yarn and pull up 4 yarns. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now once you have all the yarns, all the loops on the hook, you hold on to this stitch, this thread, yarn over, pull through all the loops, you insert the hook into the thread that you held on, yarn over, and pull through that loop, yarn over, pull through both the loops. Now you have your first puff. Now once you have this, you need to make a knot, a Solomon knot. You pull through the loop, you yarn over, hold on to this thread, pull it through the loop, you insert your hook into the thread that you held on, yarn over, pull it through that loop. Now you have 2 loops on the hook, you yarn over, pull through both your loops. Now you have 1 puff and 1 knot. Now you go ahead and make another puff. That is, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert the hook into this stitch, the knot that you created, and pull through 4 loops. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now once you have all your loops on the hook, you hold on to this thread, yarn over, pull through all the loops, insert your hook into the thread that you were holding on to, yarn over, pull through that thread first. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both the loops. Now this is how you create a puff and a knot. Then you continue doing this till you go ahead and reach your desired length. So that's another knot. Three, 4. You hold on to the thread, pull through the loops, insert the hook into the thread, yarn over, pull out the thread, yarn over, pull through both the threads. Now you make a knot. Pull the yarn, hold on to the leftover yarn on this side, pull through the loop, insert the hook into that thread, pull out a loop. You have 2 loops on your needle, yarn over, pull through both the loops. Now I'm going to go ahead and make 20 more of these, and I'll meet you once I've done that. I have made 11 of these puffs and knots, and I'm working with 11 stitches today. Now once you've reached the length that you're working with, after the puff you would work one more puff stitch. One, 2, 3, 4. So you have 2 puff stitches together here. Now after you've done that, you work a knot. Now you need to work 1 single crochet between this knot and this puff stitch. So this is your corner of the work, and now we are starting a second row in this manner. So you work 1 single crochet like this, and then you continue with a puff stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, after the puff stitch you make a knot, now you have your puff stitch and your knot, and you make another single crochet between this knot and this puff stitch. So right here. So you would have something like this. Now you continue with the puff stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a knot, and then you join it with a single crochet between this knot and this puff stitch. Now you continue with the next puff stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, and then you work a knot, and join it with a single crochet. Now another puff stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a knot, and a single crochet. Now you work your final puff stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, you chain 1, and if you wish to change the color, you cut the thread. Now we would be changing the color of our work. Now you join the next color with a slip knot. Right where you cut the yarn after the puff stitch. Now once you've joined that, you need to work a puff stitch again. One, 2, 3, 4, and then you work a knot. And again you single crochet between the knot and the puff stitch. So that is right here. Now you work another puff stitch. Two, 3, 4, and a knot, and you single crochet between the puff stitch and the knot stitch right here. Another puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a knot, and a single crochet. A puff stitch, one, 2, 3, 4, a knot, and a single crochet. A puff stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, a knot and a single crochet. Now in the corner you work a puff stitch, one, two, three, four, followed by a puff stitch again, one, two, three, four, and then a knot. And now you turn your work and you need to work a single crochet between this knot and this puff stitch. So this would be your turn. Like this. Now you continue with the puff stitch. One, two, three, four, and a knot, and join it with the single crochet between this knot and this puff stitch. So that is how we work this stitch. You can continue in a similar manner towards the end of the row. Only on the end of the rows you work 2 puff stitches while turning the row. And you can continue working this, changing the color till you get your desired length. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe.